Hi, welcome to episode 8 of the Anti-Podcast. We missed last week, we're aware. I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. So, with finals and, papers that I, neglected until the day of, and I was literally, on campus until almost, probably, 9.
An ungodly hour to be on campus.
It was, it was scary. But, I'm alive, and I submitted it, and I think it was pretty good. So, yeah, but we're back. Yeah, I don't know. What do we have going on?
What do we have going on? Me personally?
Yes.
Not much. Not much is new. Just been listening to cool new tunes and stuff.
I see.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I've just been doing lots of art. Just making lots of things.
Yes.
Been getting better. I did this one piece on the inside of the cover of one of those books I thrifted.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it on my story. I'm going to do another, big post of just, all of the things I've done over the week. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to go into this scholarship thing. It's associated with the women's gender and sexuality studies. So that'll be interesting. But yeah. And I'm trying to get into Lemon Street Gallery, which would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm making Mark a painting. Mark, I actually got what do you call it? Like a commission or some shit?
Yes.
I got $100, and I'm gonna make him a cool painting.
Yeah.
With communist and I don't know what other. There's a couple of them.
That's wild.
Ideologies or some shit. It's but it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't wait to do research and work on that. I'm very excited. I've kind of been dialed in on that, know. And I am getting a drum set.
Are you? Is it
happening.
official?
Yeah, I'm excited. We just have to make room for it, but it'll be a black Ludwig set.
Ludwig.
With all the, I don't need the symbols and all the shit,
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm
Cool.
excited for that because then I'll have almost a genuine, little practice set up down there. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
I just need, mics and stuff. I don't know. I've never experimented with recording or anything like that. So I don't know any of, this, I guess, technically, but, yeah, I don't have any of my own equipment or anything like that, which I would like to get at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Or not even recording, but just, mics and, stuff like that. But, yeah, so that's cool. It sounds like next week we're going to have Maddie on.
Maddie Ball.
Okay, that's her last name? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Really cool chick. Plays sax and clarinet, right?
I think she just plays a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, pretty cool. I've been talking with her. We exchanged some music recs. That was really neat. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, I don't know. We've just been hanging out and doing what we usually do. I'm done with school now for the next month and a half. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Just hang out with Evan, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. I could use it. I'm going insane.
Visit all the bros.
No, the opposite. I don't even know. It's myself.
Oh.
It's I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's I start to just, I don't even know. I have, my brain works in a way, whether it's good or bad, that all I have to do is hear one thing and I'm instantly latched onto it.
Okay, yeah.
Which is good for, music and stuff.
That's
but
oh, I am the same way.
And I sometimes
you get hyper fixated on stuff.
Yeah.
And I get the same way. I will, I don't know, but my mom has to snap me out of it, or I don't know, I'll get really pissed off. I'm usually very patient.
Yes.
and that's kind of what, my parents really appreciate that about me. And, I know it's a good quality, but lately I've just been so pissed off at everybody and I like can't control it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, fix that. But I don't know. I get so fixated on like, if I'm like doing like illustration or something, I will get so dialed in. I like won't eat all day.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. Like that's what I did today. I like sat there. I ate like half a bowl of cereal and then forgot to eat or drink, and then had 3 string cheese on my way here. And that's what I'm
Nice.
running on. And it's I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna like pass out, so that's good.
Yeah.
But it's I have the same thing. It's just kind of you just kind of have to like catch yourself, which is easier
Yeah.
said than done.
Yeah, like sometimes, if I will misinterpret things and then,
Oh, me too,
you know,
big time.
apply it to my situation in a way where it's not applicable. If people
Yeah.
are like, I don't even know, like, there's very few, I don't know, I've been told that I'm a hard person to really, like, know, which,
I could see that. I mean, I feel like that's how it is with everybody, though.
a little bit, yeah.
'Cause-
Some people more than others,
Right.
because the shallower the person, the easier it is to get to know them.
Exactly, yeah. You
You
don't
know.
need to know much to know some people, but it's just, yeah. I mean, people, especially people that are into like the arts and all that,
Yeah.
usually there's like some other underlying things happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's
So-
like sometimes I just have to back away and be like, no, I'm a good person, and
Right,
like,
you have to remember that you're actually not Satan, and it's okay.
yeah, and it's like,
know.
I don't know. Sometimes I get caught up in things where it's like, you know, I do more misinterpreting than somebody that misinterprets it would do,
Well,
Like I
yeah,
misinterpret my own situation sometimes and like what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be doing, and it's
I-
like, oh, is this the right thing to do? And it's like, no,
right. You'd like
this
try
is what you're
to
supposed to be doing.
over like, it's just there's definitely a word for it, and I've used it before, but it's just
It's just
I don't know.
overanalyzing.
Overanalyzing and, back to it's, hyperfixating on a problem or
Mhm.
not even a problem, just even like a hobby.
Yeah.
Or like picking at like, I don't know, whether it's like having to do with like your appearance or like something that you do, or like I'll always get trapped in like, I will feel for like a couple hours, I will be like, I literally have nothing creative to put out, and it actually makes me like scared.
Mhm.
Because that's like my strong suit, is
Yeah.
art and all of that. So if I feel like that, I feel like I'm like literally like nothing, and it's like, oh god,
Mhm.
but then it's like, oh no, I've found ways to kind of snap myself out of it. I will watch like documentaries on like MC Escher and Jean-Michel Basquiat, or Keith Haring, or just do research on artists like Gary Texali. He's this
Mhm.
really great. I think I sent you his. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
He does like this technique thing. It's like old school or classic. I hate saying old school. It's just like classic illustration work. Like think like old school Disney Channel, not Disney Channel. Yeah, Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
cartoons and like animation.
Mhm.
But it's very much like that, but he twists it and like makes it like skate art and like all of that cool stuff, and it's really great.
Mhm.
But he also uses like cardboard and like inside book covers and everything, which is what I started doing
Mhm.
because I love like the texture of it. And I just don't love blank white new paper,
Yeah.
and I hate buying new things. So like I like when I can just like scavenge and like the books that like me and Evan have been collaging out of for the past couple weeks were thrifted from St. Vinny's in town. So yeah, I've been able to just use like all that stuff, and it's just fun to do it. But then I think about it too much, and I'm like, ooh, am I like stealing other people's things because I'm like using, if it's like a I cut out like, I don't know, like a doll out of a book. It's like, is that But then it's like, well, no, it's out of context. It's like not
Yeah.
with the image, and it's not like it's like a book from like the 60s. But then it's like, but no, that's and it just like feels weird,
Mhm.
even though it's like not that deep.
Yeah. In general, I find myself feeling guilty for things that sometimes I haven't even done,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
kind of trippy.
It's just the possibility of doing it. Where you're like,
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't any
Yeah.
specific. I can't
No,
think
it's
of any
just a
specific
feeling.
examples.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I don't know. I had a phase like last year where it's like I better be doing all the right stuff in case like, you know, people. I don't know. I was like afraid of like getting canceled by my friends or something, and
Yeah,
it's
and
like
that's like not something you should have to worry about.
yeah,
You
because it's
know?
like I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well,
Like
right. And and then, people will say like, "Oh, but if you think that's going to happen to you, then you are doing something wrong." But it's like that's not how no.
yeah.
I mean, sure sometimes, but
Usually that's the case for people that already have a habit of doing bad stuff.
well, right. It's like that yeah, it's
You
just
know?
it's not applicable to everybody, which is another issue is that everybody makes everybody the exact same person. It's like that's not
Yeah.
how that is not the human condition. That's just not how it works.
Mhm. Yeah, and there's, depending on the person, there's many exceptions to be made and things that aren't meant to be assumed cuz I don't know. There's just
Yeah, you can't.
as a race of people in general, we are desiring very few things, and since those are the few things we desire, they're so heavily scrutinized that, it's almost impossible to get that thing purely.
Yeah,
If you're creative, you're never going to make something that makes you happy because
no,
it's
I
always the
have
next thing.
struggled with that so bad lately. And that's part of like feeling like I'm in like this creative rut where I'm like,
Mhm.
it's like this super crazy. It's like almost like manic, depressive, but like I'm like not, but like when it comes to creating things and like I mean, I guess in some ways I am, but it's not like severe. But it's
Mhm.
just like I don't know. I will feel like I will like acknowledge, be like, "Oh man, I could have something here."
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
Cuz like my grandma who's an artist, she'll be like, "Wow," she'll be like talking to my mom and be like, "Wow, she's got it."
Mhm.
And it's really interesting cuz it's still there's still some like I know how to shade and I know like classic like shading styles. Classic animation and all of that. And like
Mhm.
American traditional tattoos are my favorite. So like I know my shit. So I know it's not bad. It's
Mhm.
just not exactly mainstream with the people that I'm surrounded by.
Yeah.
Like on campus, like, for example. Like Evan, you dig it. You have one of my paintings hanging up.
Yeah.
But the same goes for music too.
Yeah, like
It's just
it's rare to find people just around that listen to all the crazy or are at least interested in the fact that I listen to all
well,
this
right. You
like
don't have to
crazy
like
bizarre
enjoy
stuff.
it, but you can just be like, "Wow, this is shit," but still listen to it and have fun. Because I do
Yeah.
that with some of the stuff.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to be like, which is another thing. It's like grouping everything together and everything having to be the same.
Yes.
It's like that's not how it works. Like you can think something is total shit, which I do sometimes, but it's still fun.
Mhm.
Like it can be interesting to listen to because it'll give you ideas for other creative things you're doing or I don't know. It's just it's
Mhm.
always as long as it's not like hate speech or some shit. It's like it's just interesting and
Yeah.
it's cool to open your mind to things and learn. I love learning about like creative, you know, all of
Mhm.
that stuff. It's just so interesting.
And I think a more like relatable mainstream uh I guess situation where the same kind of thing also applies is just, you know, people with love because everyone's searching for love or whatever and, real love and blah, 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 blah. And it all has to be, defined into this one thing.
Right.
And, one person sees it completely differently than another person and automatically thinks that the way that they know is the right way. So the other person's doing it wrong,
Yeah, and you
you
can't.
know?
It's like you literally can't. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
to. I don't know. It's just that's just a skill that because it is it's a thinking skill for sure. It's critical thinking skills,
Mhm.
and I think some people do genuinely lack that
Yeah.
when it comes to reasoning. Like,
Yes.
oh, I don't, you know, I don't have to, like, I don't know. It's just very strange to me because I don't know
Mhm.
that I've ever really thought that way. I mean, sure, I know I have, and I'm sure I have because obviously I'm not perfect. You aren't.
Mhm.
Hello, you know. It sounds like a cunt, but like it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Because I know I have thought that way in the past and whatever, but like in the present, like I just can't imagine thinking like that
Yeah.
because it's just. And I mean, I understand why people do because once again, they haven't been taught to think about other ways of living and ways of life.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think, everybody, almost with no exceptions, wants somebody else to be like a bad person because
Right.
it's fun to see,
Yes.
you know, see drama or whatever, and
Yeah,
people
that's like
enjoy
just
that
human
stuff.
shit. That's just yeah.
Yeah, but where it goes too far is when people try and seek that out. Like, I don't even know, like the whole thing with people trying to cancel Metallica or whatever. It's
Oh Jesus
like,
Christ.
this was like 40 years ago,
Come on.
and it's like
It's
barely.
just reaching because it's like, and then I don't know. It's just so. It's just so difficult to explain, but it's like when there are other problems that are actively hurting people, like literally hurting, like
Yeah.
there are other things that you should put that energy and time into.
Or like not voting for, a rapist for president.
That also, like literally, like you don't have to like exclaim all of your, your ideologies. You can just act,
Mhm.
especially when it's positive. It's negative, and I'm not talking like subjectively negative. I'm talking like, being hateful and voting against like gay marriage or some shit because that's stupid.
And your opinion is wrong.
Literally based on like there can be things such as factual opinions and the factual opinion and the fact is that it's like not it's like literally nobody gives a shit that I don't even know, it pisses me off, but yeah, I don't know, I just think it's separate church from state. Also, have we
Yes.
forgotten that that's a thing that exists? Like
I think so,
literally no,
unfortunately.
I know
try to
I
have
wrote
hope,
yeah
but, I think it has
I
been
wrote about
long
that in the
forgotten.
research paper.
Yeah?
I did. Yeah, about how the like defunding since the like 80s of like school systems has led people to be, I mean, not that like, but like we could be so far advanced like liberally and like just with like human rights things.
Mhm.
And like I feel like on social media, like all of the all the hateful ideologies, like the alt-right and all that bullshit,
Mhm.
it would be so much less popular if people were educated enough to know that it's like not chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and that's what I wrote about because I was like, this is not cool. And it's been going on forever, but so there was like this baseline of hate, right?
Mhm.
But then the decline of funding causes it to grow more, right?
Mhm.
So it's not like there was never like not any of that, but it's just
Mhm.
it's grown so much
Yeah.
and it's just awful.
It's happening here. The Kenosha School District is a couple $1 million in debt.
Yeah.
So they're cutting janitors and they're laying off teachers. And sometimes they're letting go of teachers who have been in the district for 30 years because the wages they pay them, they could, pay for 2 more teachers brand new.
Yeah.
If a teacher's getting paid $100,000 a year, they can get 2 brand new teachers and pay them $50,000 a year.
Right. And it's just messed up that that's what it's come to. And it the fact that it can always be linked to like somebody else also makes
Yeah.
it so difficult because you can't just be mad at like one corporation or, I mean, sure you can be mad at the government because,
Mhm.
But or Nixon.
Old man yells
But
at cloud.
yeah. Yeah, but it's just like I don't know, it's just so difficult cuz that's just what society is. You I don't know. It's just hurt. It like it's so fun to think about, but it's also so scary.
Yeah. Again, like just in general, stuff like that for me is I come to that crossroads a lot of the time where it's like exploring all these paths is interesting, but it's like is it, gonna throw me into a state of mental turmoil?
Well, right. That's where I'm at
Probably.
with like music and art. Like I'm like
Yeah.
I like art is that is my number one like passion,
Mhm.
and it's like the art and then music and then I just love learning things, and I'm like fine with doing odd jobs or whatever.
Mhm.
But I feel like that would make me go crazy. But like at the same time it wouldn't, because then it's like, oh, I can just,
Yeah.
live. But I don't know. I just like it just hurts my brain like it hurts yours. I all the possibilities and the fact that I won't be able to do every single one
Mhm.
and that I'm not the best at every single one, it hurts me so bad because I'm like, oh man, I could try this out, but you can't
Mhm.
because of the way that systems are built and everything.
Yeah.
You literally can't financially.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very
You'll
hard.
end up living in a cardboard box under a bridge.
This is
so.
true. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a bummer.
At
But,
least
like, it's also-
wages are getting higher.
Yeah, but then small businesses are shutting down.
This is true.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't win anymore, which is a bummer.
Mhm.
Because, like, you can't, with, like, lower, like, wages, like, the minimum wage raising, then, all the ma and pa shops are like, I can't afford to pay people, but then, then your supply. It's just, like, it's just so difficult.
It's I don't know. There's arguments both ways, but I think the best argument is that if you raise wages, people are going to have more money to go spend at those businesses,
Well,
which
right.
they make more money
But-
off selling stuff than they lose employing people.
But the thing is, it's like, if that's how it started,
Yeah.
that would be cool. But because it's always been so low, people have built their businesses on those low wages,
Mhm.
So then it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's, doubled. And it's like, oh, shit. Now what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I also don't know that much. But I know enough to where I'm like, this is not great.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just yeah, that's what I've been thinking about lately. That's what we've both been thinking about.
Yes.
Nonstop, almost.
Mhm.
It's that or making things. So.
This is true.
Yeah,
I've been making stuff.
making lots of things. Yes.
There's an interesting documentary called The History of Stuff,
Ooh, that
which
sounds
is
cool.
like
We gotta put it.
like
Is it on?
stuff.
Where is it?
I think it's on like Hulu or something, but
Oh,
it's
'cause
just
I was
like
gonna say if it's YouTube, I could put it because I have so
it
many
might be on YouTube, I don't know.
documentaries in the playlist on YouTube.
But it's
There's
it's
so
just
many
like
random
the
ones.
history of this thing or
Everyday objects
thing or
and
you
like
know.
just stuff.
Yes,
Yes, stuff.
the history of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting documentary, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
I've been really like doing like a lot of like music docs. I always appreciate that. Like Basquiat documentaries, and then Keith Haring. Like I said all those already, but also like art history stuff, which I also said already
Mhm.
in multiple episodes. But I don't know, like that, and then like true crime stuff, and like My Favorite Murder, that podcast I love putting on in the background of whatever I'm doing.
Mhm.
Or I'm trying to think. Like breaking down albums or like horror movies.
Mhm.
Like breaking down Midsummer.
Yeah.
Midsummer, I don't know how you say it. But like that, or like Hereditary, or like literally any A24 movie,
Mhm.
is always super cool. And then like Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler the Creator. Like I've been really digging that album recently. But also like just like digging into, just a breaking down of albums and, songs and music, and, how things are made is just really cool.
Mhm. Yeah. It is.
It is cool. Things are cool.
Stuff is cool.
Stuff can be cool if other people don't ruin it.
Yes. And
Yes.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is it. Do we have any? Oh, we got to talk about the radioactive.
Oh, the nuclear fusion
Yeah.
that can replicate the sun's energy is my understanding, and it will greatly lower carbon emissions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we
brother.
can talk about that.
Yes, that's a good thing. See, that's a good thing. That's a plus.
Yes, that's
Um,
a major plus.
Yes, that is a plus. And the gay marriage is like solidified in
Law.
Yes,
It's a
it's
law.
can like actually you can't. I'm just very happy that that's a thing. Obviously.
Can't wait for
But-
all the Republicans arguing that they're forcing you to marry a man.
It's like
The government's trying to make us gay. Alex Jones was right. Nobody take that out of context, please.
please.
Don't clip this.
One of the 30 people.
Yeah. Alex Jones was
You,
right.
Marge. I'm thinking about you.
Margaret Bonneau.
Is that how you say her last name?
I don't know.
Her last name, you're
Thought
Margaret. You have a very cool last name.
Thought it was Bono.
Bono? No, I literally did. I was like, whatever.
Bono.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then we have like Secret Santa happening. My gift. Oh wait. No, never mind. I won't speak. I'm very I'm very prepared.
Yes.
And I have all of the things that I need to carry out an amazing gift at my own disposal.
Good.
Yes. And a very vast supply of it. And all the tools.
Many of them.
Many of them.
Yeah.
Hundreds even. So.
I have to do some shopping tomorrow. I might
Oh,
go
me
to
too.
like Peachtree or some stuff.
Oh, my parents are going to Peachtree
Really?
tomorrow.
When?
I'm not
Or
sure.
are you not supposed to know?
No, I know it's happening, but it's gifts for me.
Oh.
You know, so like I know it's happening, but I don't think I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I would like to go there tomorrow separately cuz I think they're just going to give me like a gift card and like hang out.
They're open for quite a while tomorrow, which is kind of rare. I think they're open till 7.
Maybe
And
we
then
could check it out together.
Gold Label's playing at Creative Space tomorrow again.
Oh yeah.
Their little Christmas show.
Okay.
So that could be a thing.
That could be a thing.
I got nothing better to do.
I don't either.
So
Yeah, I don't have work or anything. We're literally having a conversation. Like
this is what it's supposed to be.
This is what it's supposed to be.
If you're listening and you want to go to the Gold Label show, Gold Label will be there and we'll be there too.
Should I upload this like tonight?
No.
I've been doing well. I have been rotating Thursdays, Fridays, and Tuesdays, and I need to pick a date. I don't know.
I feel like Tuesdays
Tell
are
me in the
best.
comments. Tell me in the comments.
Yeah.
Well, because if you do it on like a Friday night, people are out partying.
Yeah.
They're like not like cognitive, but you do it on a Monday night, it's like people are still recovering. So I feel like a Tuesday morning, Tuesday midday situation is the best.
Yeah, and it keeps people entertained while they are doing whatever.
Recovering.
Yeah.
And actually doing like
Life.
stuff.
Yes.
So, you got any music recs, Evan?
Oh
Or
boy, do
any
I.
recommendations at all? Anything? Not just music?
Let me pull up. I made a little playlist.
Oh,
There's this banger of a track called Gocha Dunya by Altın Gun from Turkey. And there's The Contenders by The Kinks. The new Grape Tooth song with Nox Fortune. That song goes
is
hard.
it good? We have to listen to it. Are we gonna take 2 cars?
We don't have to.
We could just take.
I have a
We could take
car.
a singular car.
Let's see. All of Tomorrow by Billy Strings.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love Billy Strings. Um,
Could we take your car though?
yeah.
Because then you're closer to. Him,
Yeah, yeah.
In theory.
Zombie by Fela Kuti.
Never heard of that.
And the last one can be La Urlo della Strega by Tangerine Stoned.
Oh my god, we saw Dog Iguana at Petco today.
Dog
I sent the
Iguana.
picture to you.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I did a
I want to. Boyo. Auga.
yes.
Okay. My recs are Spank Through live at Reading 1992 by Nirvana. Did turn off my mic? He just turned. Why did you do that?
It was funny.
Oh, okay. We wanted to figure out delay, but we couldn't. That was
Yeah.
really funny, actually. That was so funny. Talk, Evan.
Was it funny?
You should speak. Oh no, sorry, you can't. It's so bad. Santeria by Sublime. Daughter by Pearl Jam. A Boy Is a Gun by Tyler the Creator. Mantra is repeated by Spirit of the Beehive. I'm literally no. Speaking rights revoked. Mantra is repeated by Spirit of the Beehive. Can I receive the contact? Spirit of the Beehive. Fell asleep with a vision. Spirit of the Beehive. All. Stop. This is why your mic. All thanks to Maddie. I Hate Everything featuring Action Bronson. That song is so fun. He says "fuck" in the middle of the song. That's so great. K, Cigarettes After Sex. Depressing.
That was my cry song for a bit.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Mine.
Along with California Kids by Weezer.
I know you told me about that one.
That's a great song. We're going to listen to that in the car,
We
too.
are for sure. Love Buzz Nirvana, Wilshire, Tyler the Creator. Rise featuring Daisy World, Tyler the Creator. Sir Butler, Tyler the Creator. What's Your Name, Tyler the Creator. Massa, Tyler the Creator. I Heard Love Is Blind, Demo, Amy Winehouse. Duvet by Boa. Softly by Clairo. Apple Cider, Biba Doobie. I Was Dancing in the Lesbian Bar, Jonathan Richman. Apocalypse, Cigarettes
Jonathan
After Sex.
Richman, he just played.
Real? Oh.
Yeah.
Seriously? Time by Pink Floyd. Territorial Pissings, Nirvana. Dive, The Smart Sessions, Nirvana. Running by Jorgen
Alright.
Emborg.
Borg.
Borg?
Borger.
Borger.
Anyways.
Mojo Pin by Jeff Buckley. Heart Shaped Box, Nirvana. Serve the Servants, Nirvana. Cause Equals Time, Broken Social Scene. Bad Taste Blues, Part 3. Ballpark Music.
I feel like that's too many recommendations.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I've been like really, linking it back to the intro, hyper focused on everything. It's really bad.
Hopefully you hyper-focused on this podcast. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.